So this is a little bit longer form update, daily update with me and Gary camping right outside of Red Lodge, Montana. And I wanted to give a little bit more detail about what's going on up here. We got a big winter storm coming through, and it's supposed to drop a foot of snow on the mountains elevation. And we're a little bit elevated here, but the story changes when I talk to one of the locals about what to expect with the local weather. And after talking to her, we had already made plans, and after talking to her, I came back to camp and talked to Gary under the tarp and wanted him to make some decisions about what we were going to do, if we were going to stay or go, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. The similarities are why I'm recording this, because I'm coming back, and I'm like, okay, well, we got some options, we had plans, and now we got to talk about the new info to see the weather. I was doing laundry and talking to one of the locals. I'm looking desperately on for the map on the map, going, where the hell are we going? How far do we have to run to get away from the storm? And Bridger looked like the warmest. It looked like it was going to be like a low of 42, I think. And I'm not worried about the snow. I'm not really worried about the rain. I'm worried about the wind.
Yeah.
And how cold it's going to get. So I was saying, I'm worried about a couple things. I'm talking to this girl. I said, I'm worried about a couple things. And what I'm worried about is wind and cold. Snow doesn't bother me, but I don't want to be in 4 feet of snow.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I told her where we were kids. You're not going to have any problems with it. I said, well, what about wind? Because it's been kind of windy. She's like, no, you'll probably be pretty safe up there for wind, because it's very mild up there. And I said, well. So on top of that, before I talked to her, I sent out there's not a whole lot of people up here at Bunga Biker, but there's one northeast, I can't remember the name of the town. Anyway, I sent him a text. It's me, Moto Giant, it's Gary. Gary's back road adventures. We're looking for a place, maybe put us up somewhere so the storm comes through. No response. So what I'm thinking, and here's how this is his style. It's pretty good.
Not bad.
Stronger than a tea.
Yeah.
The regular tea. So here's what I'm thinking, and I'm gonna let you make the decision. Since we got a lot of unknowns about area and where we're going, the only thing I can think of is forest, and forest is probably going to be elevated. So elevation here, is it that much more than, Bridger's going to be a lower elevation, so it's going to be warmer down there, but it's a fucking little town, and are we going to be able to find some place to camp? There's trees down there from looking at the map. So the question I've got is, running from the storm, how far do we have to run? Number one. Number two, is it going to be any better than this? Number three, what happens if our plan doesn't work out? Then we're running in the fucking storm.
Yeah.
So I just started thinking, well, shit, man, why don't we just ride the storm out here? If the weather's not going to be bad, the road's definitely not going to get shitty. We're going to be able to get out of here, even if there's snow and rain. Even if it rains for 2 fucking solid days, we'll be able to get out of here, no problem.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then there's the unknown, which is why Bert was kind of freaking out. He's like, oh. So I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking going into the unknown. I don't know that area that you want to go to, and it's an unknown, and we're going into a freaking storm. We got trees here. We got resources. We got things that we need. Let's just ride the storm out here. And he's like, oh. I was like, okay, look, man, I'm not going to push the issue. If you're freaking out, just go. I'll catch up with you later. And so I don't want to do that with you.
My deal, we know what we've got here. We're 9 miles from town. The road's good. I'm not for sure, if you get 4 or 5 inches of snow, which I don't
They
think
said a
it's-
foot
I
of
don't think
snow,
it's
but
gonna
they
hit-
also they said a foot of snow above 6,000 feet is possible. So we're not above 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
We're
I think if we get
45?
snow here, it'll be a dusting.
yeah.
get up-
I would love to have some snow,
Yeah.
even if it's an inch.
I mean,
I'll
I'd
take
love
some-
to. I'd love to open the hammock and go. Oh, there's snow on the ground.
It's Christmas morning. Let's go open the packages.
Might be if because we know what we've got here, and I'm like you. Is like going into the unknown is probably the thing that sets me off more.
Right. That's.
It's like
yeah.
I don't know of a place where I can camp. I don't know the roads. I don't. What are the people like?
Right.
You know, and I mean, how bad you could be riding into the eye of the storm.
Right. That's
That's just it. It's like I thought I was running away from it, but I'm running into it.
Well, she kind of backed up what I was thinking. The only thing that's bad about this area is it's going to rain every day.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10, maybe 2. But the only other...
Yesterday was the first day that it didn't rain on us
well,
here.
yeah. Well, and the
But
other...
before that, it's rained a little bit every day. But to me, I'm going like, okay, it rained for 5 minutes. You know, I was going like, where I'm from, that's a sprinkle.
I call it spit, because a sprinkle is
Yeah.
a sustained drizzle,
Yeah.
you know. But a sprinkle, yeah. Raining is, your shit got wet. And if you're riding, you're fucking soaking wet if you
Yeah.
don't have rain
Yeah.
gear on.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. So anyway, so yeah. So the only concern I've really got is how cold it's going to get, and everything that I saw around Red Lodge was 35.
Yeah.
But you know,
I can-
it's going to be the high on Sunday is going to be 50, so it means it's going to be cold.
I think I could still survive, even if it's 35. I can.
Well, that's just overnight. It'll be up to 50, but
Yeah.
I know you don't like cold weather, so
No, but I mean, I could survive it. I mean, it got cold when I was in Moab a couple of times.
yeah, I did.
You know,
when I was there too.
but-
Or we were-
I mean, worst case scenario is like, if I get cold at night, fuck it, I'll get up and start a fire. You know? I mean, I'll get warm and then go back to bed.
would be nice if I had a garbage tarp we could string across the fire, keep us kind of dry, and keep the fire dry.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about my very expensive tarp getting fucking holes burned.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. I've noticed there's not a whole lot of embers that go up.
No,
It's
no.
kind of just it stays down here.
Yeah.
And
That may be a function of there's not a lot of heat coming off that fire.
well, that's true.
Are those mosquitoes or are they gnats? Because they kind of look like gnats. I think that's the same shit that's in the grass when you walk through it, and
Yeah.
it fucking explode.
I'd say it. I mean, if it comes down to it, it's like, okay, there's a storm coming. I'd say, you know what? Let's ride the storm out here.
Yeah.
Because at least we have some knowledge of what's going on here.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're riding north, you've got no idea.
Well, not only that, we were in a pretty remote place up on that fucking mountain. That's kind of scary trying to get out of there. We could have been 30, 40 miles deep into the fucking mountains up there. You get in trouble there, you got to ride down the mountain or to the fucking park. Here, we got to ride 9 miles. Worst
Yeah.
case scenario, the trees start falling, everything we own is wet, and we got to ride into town for 9
Yeah.
miles. A fucking misery. We're not going to die in 9 miles.
No.
And we can
I
fucking
can,
get
I
a
can
hotel.
get to the laundromat and start throwing shit in a dryer.
That's exactly what I was thinking on the way up here. If everything I own gets wet, I got a shit ton of quarters.
Yeah.
And we can sit in there and fucking soak up. It's open 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
All right.
I'd say just stay here.
Well, I figured it was going to be a much different conversation than I had with Bert, but I also, you know, we've made plans. We're leaving in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go. I'm thinking, and I wanted you to make the decision.
When's it supposed to hit?
It's Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could fucking chop down some of these fucking lodge poles and build a cabin if you wanted to. If we got enough time.
Yeah. We got no. I'd say stick it out here.
Well,
To be honest,
we know this.
I don't think it's going to be that bad.
I don't think it's going to be that bad either. I think it's going to be cold and it's going to be
Yeah.
a little bit more miserable because it's wet. But I think
We've
the
got
worst thing
We've
is
got
we lower this fucking tarp just a little bit. We put the panels down a little bit, and we don't have any spray come in, or we lower.
Yeah.
We tie the fucking sides together, and we're just
Well,
in here chilling instead
still-
of being miserable.
I've got those 2 tarps that I use, to cover my bike. We can use those to, if we need to build a wall
Yeah.
to, stop anything from coming in.
We can pull these down, adjust it a little bit. These are doors, so
Yeah.
this could be like a low tent.
Yeah.
The problem is getting in those doors is kind of tricky, but yeah, we could pull that down to about right here if mist and snow and shit is drifting in. Yeah, I wasn't really afraid of the conversation. It just seemed like so many.
You'd been through it before.
Yeah, and Bert kind of flipped out. I mean, I don't want to say flipped out. He just got really fucking anxious.
Well, the thing about it is, like, you stayed where you're at, and he went away, and he woke the next morning and fucking snow's covering his bike, and you're still down in,
I'm a little cold.
but
A little cold.
I don't.
Didn't see a
I
flake
didn't
of
see any snow on your bike.
I didn't see any snow anywhere on the peaks or anything more than was there when we got there. So,
Well, I hope this video did not confuse anyone. For the last few weeks, I've been doing shorts, 3-minute or less vertical video to share my daily updates. Some people like it, some people don't. But the longer form video, I felt like that was important to share this with you today. Hope it didn't confuse you. I hope it didn't make you angry. Don't be angry about videos. I'm trying to do the best I can and make interesting stuff and keep everybody updated, especially when the dramatic events come through, like the big winter storm. Maybe we'll survive. And if you got confused, look up here and you'll find the playlist for the daily updates, and over here you'll find the long form videos that come out every Saturday at least, and sometimes I put out one on Wednesday, but stay tuned.